try and get your head around this one. As much as I have been injured and should be lying in a tomb, no thanks to any of your help. Let's be honest. Thank God for divine intervention. Sometimes for me, personally, it's best to go back to go forward. So I come to a corner that I've been coming to since 1983, when I first came out here with NBC, thanks to Chuck Morgan, Billy Joe, Jack Sattler, Sheena Easton, NBC, Fred DeCorbita, Johnny Carson. It was a long list of people who made it happen for me to be on the trip to the Tonight Show and spend a week or so here meeting with Jerry DeFrancisco and record labels and television and film people, meeting Timothy Leary, some rock band people I knew, and my about to be new worldwide co-producing partner for many years. We did, Reelin' and Rockin'. We did Rock Over London. We did the 20th Doors anniversary and the 25th Doors anniversary, and Graham Nash. And I also hosted Beatles, a British Invasion weekend. We also did a Memorial 500. We did a lot of stuff. Lou Gramm from Foreigner Forward, Heart, Journey. I mean, the list was long of shows that John and I syndicated through BBC, through Westwood One, through ABC, through numerous syndication companies. And John really did introduce me to the Doors, and I saw the Jim Morrison footage that, to my knowledge, still to this date, has never been released, of what really was shot in the film and what might have happened to Jim. Quite different than many have been led to believe. But these are inside Hollywood stories that I've known for years, and many of them I've sat on because of the request of estates, friends, and others, and just general good decorum. One thing I did learn very early on at ABC, thanks to the people like John Guerin and the direct contact I ended up getting with Peter Jennings and his, amazing guidance, Don Balukas, Mort Krim. I mean, I can think of many people, Paul Harvey, that I had the pleasure of getting to spend time with their genius and learn their art. And to them, it was art. It is art to be a good professional undercover news journalist, to dig deep and get facts that others will let slide and slip away. I've been on so many foreign assignments for my country that the world has never known about for diplomatic reasons. I've been dropped into CIA wars. I've been used by the Department of Justice, DOD, DHS, DSS. Pick your nose, pick an agency. Odds are I've probably insulted everybody. I am not a government employee. I am not a government official per se. I am a federal contractor of domestic and foreign governments, domestic, international, because of my expertise in counterintelligence, counterterrorism, hostage negotiations, logistics, forensics, and a whole lot of other stuff. I've been used on many missions around the world. I knew from childhood out of the womb what I was here for. I decided at an early age what my purpose This was a kid from Sheboygan, Michigan. With a C, not like the S in Wisconsin. And I've told that story before. You can look it up. But the Indian chief, Sheboygan. Anyway, and then Google hashtag the real Jason Bourne and realize that the MK Ultra project and other things that people think are rock and roll fantasy are really real. It's been going on since 1953, and they've done the splinter groups and the sleeper cells and reptilians and other stuff that most people would say I'm nuts for even mentioning. But, you know, you haven't worked at my level, high level intelligence around the world, and been miles below the earth to see underground cities that exist and things that most could only fathom. If you can imagine it, we've already done it. This is Extinction 7, and you're at a tipping point in the world. You see, you're either going to let the jackasses blow it up, and then go, what was I supposed to do? And, you know, all the finger pointing at the end of time, and the path of good intentions to take you where you belong. Or you're going to stand up and take a stand, come hell or high water against this, and if enough people unite and stand up for peace and true equality and figure out how to coexist and get over whose God is better. Try something more reverent. How about creator, master, masters? And if your God is rewarding you for hurting other people, you're not going to be spending eternity in heaven. I can assure you that. Call me what you will, but Inspector Generals at Treasury, SSA, USPS, FTC, DOJ, FBI, DSS, and a whole shitload of others are going to be getting calls, and you're going to have to answer questions that are long overdue, and I want answered legally under FOIA, under Federal Whistle Protection Act, under OSC.gov, under go fuck yourself. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to go get subpoenas from a War Crimes Commission or a power greater than your federal courts. Go finger. The boy from Sheboygan is really a son of a beach. And when you piss on me, or hurt me, or people I know, because your free will is run wild, that's when you're playing God. So your right to decide when I check out of this planet, or to hurt me, or to run me over. I would say 26 hit and runs, not to mention all the assaults and batteries and robberies and, of course, mistaken identity. So fuck you. You don't fingerprint someone when you cite them. And so, of course, my fingerprints will always match when I'm going in and warrant with my name. However, isn't it ironic that my eyes are not brown? Never have been. And I haven't shrunk to 5'9". I haven't been that height since junior high. And I don't weigh 250 pounds. Go figure. So whoever the jackass is who's getting the driving violations in Beverly Hills, that wasn't me. They did not pull me over for going too fast on a speed bike. Or the jackass who stole my Honda race team bike with 6 figures worth of stuff on it. Dude or dudette, I will pull the video and you will go to prison unless you surrender that stuff immediately. There is a reward on the streets for that bike. If you see it, knock whoever is on it right off. Call me immediately. Hang on to that bike. Call the police if necessary. They're in possession of stolen property. I want that bike back and everything that was on it, jackasses. That includes the phones, the medical records, all the fucking FICA stuff and everything else you took. All of it back. And Social Security, you are going to change my Social Security number because I'm so far compromised, my asshole's bleeding. Under whatever identity I decide to use. So get over yourselves in that fucking office, pull your head out of your ass, and do what is required under federal law. This, it's discretionary bullshit is not in federal code. And if I gotta light you up before a grand jury or, worse, a War Crimes Commission, I will find a way to do it. I am that motherfucking son of a bitch that is going to push till the end, whether you guys like it or not. So, you think you're going to just shut me up about the Russian hack, or global intel, or Donald Trump not even passing his security clearance and being as bright as a fucking bonehead, can't even stick with his teleprompter, and there's more fake news coming out of his ass than a 5-year-old having a shitstorm? Guys, sorry, it's time somebody starts to tell the truth about what's going on and stop candy coating it. And Bernie, seriously, sharpen your pencils. You're running way too slow for me. Elizabeth, you better start running. And Biden, whoever thinks they're going to be running this country, we should talk. Seriously, we should have a very serious conversation. And if you're going to run for president, and you're going to get our vote, there's a lot of change and reform that's going to happen on Capitol Hill. You're either going to start to make democracy really democracy for everyone and not just us who can afford it, or go fuck yourself straight to kingdom come. You are not running a democracy. You're trying to run a dictatorship. Game over. Check. Mate. I will not spell America with a K, and if Trump's the best we got to offer, time to look for another country to resume my life in, or another planet, because this shit doesn't work for me. Get this jackass out of the White House. Or, let's Armageddon it. Ready, fire. 3, 2, 1. Kiss your... Show me what you're willing to do for world peace. Call me. Take a stand. Hey, and donations are welcome, because it's really costly replacing stuff that people keep checking all the time. So if you'd like to send large quantities of cannabis, LSD, or anything else that you want to donate to me, and I don't give a shit if some U.S. Marshal or somebody gives you a shitstorm because I said it and you sent it, I'll assume the responsibility. Dr. Heal thyself. And by the way, I'm going to have a great weekend, and thank you to the industry people that recognized me here in Hollywood and reminisced on some GDF moments, and my old friend Timmy Leary, and then blessed me with several $100s worth of bomb-ass, quad-dosed white fluff. And if anybody has a problem with Uncle Kurt having that, go figure. You can thank your government for that. Look up Kurt Kelly, comma, LSD, comma, Timothy Leary, comma, UCLA, comma, CIA microdosing program. 1983, did we start that, boys and girls? For the record, I am declassifying mountains of stuff that's way above the White House that's going to cause a shitstorm for most of you on Capitol Hill if you don't start to tell the truth. Because Uncle Kurt is pissed. It's time we open the Warren Commission and tell the truth. Really open up the 911 stuff and tell the truth. And for those of you who have a problem with telling the truth, go figure. It's time you bust a nut or a bra or whatever it takes and tell the truth before it's Armageddon time, because there's no looking back. This is not a dress rehearsal. Be in the moment. Wake up, sheeple. Take a stand or get run over. Read the Doomsday Monument. The Georgia Guidestones. Anybody get the picture yet?